Yes, mine prunes, and we will solve this mystery. Or my name isn't, whatever my guy's name is. A sea landscape, yes. Landscape of sea. Wouldn't it be a seascape then? That's right. Too clever for you. Jars filled with glass, spices, pickle. There is a matchbox here too. I realized I just butchered that and I just didn't even care. So take your complaints to the complaint department. An old teapot. It's filled with cold water. Yeah. Leave the old teapot out on a shelf with water. Just, yeah, why not? Yeah. Who cares? If I want to heat the teapot on the stove, I'll need to start a fire first. The stove has already plenty of wood. If only I had some matches to start a fire. Okay. Okay, there we go. Making some tea. Would anyone like a spot of tea, eh, what? Yes. There we are. The water will cool soon. We gotta hurry. Oh my god, guys. If this, you know what happens if this water goes cold? We explode. It was just like it's a pair of his legs there. It's really gruesome. I'm only kidding. Can you imagine? Obviously, I'm kidding. Okay. Yes. And now we use it with the mirror. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion to reveal knowledge that the cold eye of logic sees not. Condensation from the teapot seems to have revealed a message. I'll add this to the clues to the letter. Knowing yourself, you may look upon your master, meet his imposing gaze, and seek to understand what lies beneath. Thereby learn the question, if not the final answer. A large porcelain tub, its hefty weight supported on 4 blackened iron feet. A thin ring of damp residue around its interior suggests recent use. See, in my description for that tub, I said it was really like dirty and gross and nobody had used it in a while. Let's see. Know yourself, you may look upon your master. Oh, right. It was okay. It was the portrait of him. Yes. As I suspected, there's a small key taped to the back of the picture frame and a note. I'll add this to the clue to the letter. The question, is the world from the peak of man's tallest tower? The answer yearns up to it from the root of life and time itself. The question is the world from the peak of man's tallest tower. Obviously, this means we go to the basement. No, I'm kidding. I think this key goes to one of the doors up here. I think. What the hell? There was a door here! Blasphemy! In the beta, there was totally a door here. Engraving on paper. The script is from a language unknown to me. I wonder why they got rid of it. That is weird. Freaking hell. And that was a pretty, that was a pretty interesting place too. I don't, maybe they moved it? A shelf covered in old ornaments, pieces of metalwork, and pipes of strange shapes. And see, we look out the window. You see? Man's tallest peak, towers. The central statue portrays a cloaked figure holding a clay vessel. Oh wait, I was supposed to do, hold on, shit. There was something else I was supposed to do. Look, tree. The answer yearns upon its very root of life and time itself. I should check if there's something hidden near the tree. Yes. Aha. See? I may not be able to remember really obvious words, but I'm really good at remembering, like, inane puzzles and stuff. Yes. We need something for that later, but not at this current moment. So. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Da, 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 da. Alright, so now we go over to the tree. Yeah, that's right. It is as though something has been concealed beneath the thick roots. It looks as though. Shut up. Another note and a key bound together. I'll add this close to the letter. It is a truth our ancestors knew, and when stone silence came to unknow. The key has been engraved with the shape of a feather. Now, I believe fierce line damaged by the harsh weather of the coast. I guess that wasn't this part of it. Alright, it's locked. Knowing yourself, knowing yourself, you may look upon your master. The lies below. I think this is the, Oh, wait a minute. I know what this is for. I know what this is for. This is the key to the, bird area. Aviarium, something, I think they're called. Probably completely wrong. Let's see, yes. Disco. Bust of the Greek philosopher Anaxagoras. An embroidered cloak covers his cage. On it is written, if the birds are silent, the phrase trails off. Alright. So we got the one sheet. Now we're gonna go put it over the old guy's head and smother him to death. For, you know, reasons. And I don't think there's anything else I can really do anything with it. Truth that our ancestors knew and through stone silence to unknow. There's a small compartment in the base of the bust. Inside this, a note. But only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. Primal horror? What could it mean? Primal horror. Can anyone take a guess at what that could possibly mean? Well, I know, because I've already played this in the beta. Anyway, they probably changed some stuff. Yes. Primal horror is the lion statue out front here. Only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. There's something hidden in the lion's mouth. A lever. I think it has triggered some mechanism inside the manor. There's also what seems to be the end of the riddle. I'll add this clue to the letter. Will you at last know truth? Could this be the last part of the riddle? Could it? Could it, dear viewer? Much like the dear visitor. There's a strange ornament on the wall. I think I can move it. Yes. These are important. You gotta switch all of these over. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it was in the beta. And that's for another puzzle at a later time. Alright. Let us see what this lever did. Could it have revealed the secret room? It did! Secret passage is open at the end of the corridor. I don't recall it doing that in the beta. I think it was just like, there was like already a room there and it just like unlocked the room, but you know, that works. I think it's cooler that way, personally. This looks like Professor Wright's archive. I should bring Kaufman here at once. Post haste. Yes. Yes, look, it is a book. Experiments, 1885. Let us see. Have a look at this. Be careful, there's a small key inside the folder. 1st August, 1865. Results at last, after many months of tedious observation. Something has finally come from the other side. I heard the sound of footsteps exploring the proximity of the stone archway. This would seem to verify my hypothesis. Absolute horror is the last key we seek. Is the key that we seek. 20th September, 1885. Now they have proven themselves useful. I have installed 2 new devices in the outer tunnels. I dare not go deeper. I have not heard it again, but I know the thing must be still down there, in the dark. 12th November, 1885. Containment in the underground tunnel has been breached. Gone. 15th December, 1885. I have no choice but to abort the experiment. It can no longer be controlled. There is but one thing left to do. I will seal the tunnel and hope that the abomination remains forever entombed within. What? What is this supposed to be? It seems to be a log that the professor kept during one of his experiments, almost 7 years ago. It is noteworthy that one of the entries has been redacted. But what is written in there? It cannot be true. It must be some kind of hallucination, a sign of Professor Wright's illness, maybe. Perhaps, though we must not jump to conclusions, or should not. We can conclude that the professor had another working place underground. Perhaps that key opens the basement door. There could be a route through this to the underground tunnel. Meanwhile, I will keep looking through these documents. There must be something more than that folder among this mess. Well, first off, we're going to do this little puzzle here. This is some kind of metallic etch on the wall. There seems to be no handle on it. Set of framed silhouettes. Under each is an inscribed plaque. Mrs. Strachan was a well-positioned man. He fell madly in love with the younger daughter of the Bartleys, and so he proposed to her. Young Agnes fancied the idea of marrying an older man, but she always hid her feelings from her mother. Young Agnes fancied to marry. Okay, so right. Mrs. Bartley never did take her eyes off her daughter and watched them at all times. Mr. Bartley tried to show his support for his daughter, but his wife never paid him any attention. Mr. Bartley tried to show his... There we go. Perhaps that wasn't it. Oh, there we go. Yes. There we are. Compartment open in the wall. And we give this baby an old spin. Alright. There was... I want to say there was something else in this room. Any folders, no distinct tags. Letters, receipts all mixed up. Perhaps this wasn't where I found the thing. Alright, well, no big deal. We're gonna go to the basement now. Which is quite the spooky place. Spoiler alert. Of course it is. It's the basement in a horror game. Especially of Cthulhu-esque proportions. Such as this one. Hello? I'm definitely not just going through your house, unlocking all the rooms, and invading your privacy. Nope. That is not what's happening here. It's completely dark in here. I feel a cold draft coming from the front. Too dark. I need something to light the way. We walk bravely into the darkness. I've run out of matches. You know what that means? We're just gonna keep walking, because we're a baller, right? Like, the darkness is afraid of us, you know, not the other way around. I'm a badass psychologist. Does anyone else hear that? Sounds like a monster running through the background. Almost as if, when this scene's over, we're gonna wake up and find our hero here slain. I'm in a large open space with a piano. Something stands next to the piano. I can't see it clearly. Its face. The tunnel stretches into the dark. Walk down the tunnel. It's a very small room. In the center lies a deep pit. The ladder goes down. It is so dark. Down there, it lies. It waits. I will not continue. I must go back. Go down the ladder. I cannot. I can hear it with me. Its breath. Dear God, I must flee. You must continue. It waits for me. It waits down there. I've gone down the ladder. I cannot see. It is pitch dark. I can feel its breath. It is here. It is with me.